So, in the not-so-distant past, one of my sister units had all of their experienced nursing staff leave. And they just left. And they said, deuces, we're out of here, and left, leaving nothing but inexperienced, at least for the unit, inexperienced nurses on the unit to work it. So, therefore, I have been getting pulled to and from my unit and my sister's unit. Today I actually worked both units. Typically it's been I'll do a day here, a day there, whatever it will be. And this has led to one thing: burnout. It is really bad. I'm not sleeping as much. I'm worrying about both units. I'm worrying about, we have sort of a camaraderie, and I want, both units to do well. I really want my unit to do well and not suffer. And my unit is suffering from me not being there and helping out with what I need to do on my end, at my unit. And then the other unit is suffering because they just don't have anybody there to work it because, like I said, everyone else has left with experience, causing, at least in my life, plenty of stress, leading to further the burnout situation. Burnout is nothing new. It's been going on since before COVID. It's just COVID has taken the cracks that were already in the foundation and hit them with the biggest of sledgehammers, breaking them even further. As more and more nurses feel like I do, burnout, and, of course, we're taking it home to our families, and our families are not very happy that we're coming home burnt out as we are, and they say, why don't you just quit that job? And eventually, they quit that job, and makes the nursing staff even shorter on their end and more burnout, and it's just a vicious cycle, a big old circle of nurses quitting and other nurses filling their spots with less staff and feeling more and more burden and more burnout and just more and more tired and taking it home to our families, and we want to be done with it all. Somebody told me that nurses who have graduated within the last 3 to 6 months are something like 80% likely to just leave nursing altogether due to the burnout that they are feeling. The new grads are coming into this, hearing us experienced nurses complain about how bad it is. And then on top of that, with the holiday season coming up, these new grads are having to work Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Sundays, nights, things that they never thought they would ever have to work, birthdays. They thought that they were going to become nurses and then all of a sudden everything was going to be good. At least I did. I was told I have to work holidays, but I didn't realize what that meant till I had to work holidays. And I was like, oh, wait, you mean everybody's going to eat Thanksgiving without me? Yeah. That is literally what that means. It did not sink in until I was a new grad. And so these new grads with 3 to 6 months experience are like 80% likely to just leave, to just be done with it. And then they're going to say, you know what, I'm hearing from these guys that it's this bad and it's not gotten any better in the 6 months I've been here, and now I've got to work all these holidays. I'm done. I'm leaving nursing. And that, again, is just leading to the vicious cycle of burnout from the people who've already been nurses. And we're just done with it. We're tired of it. It's sort of like if you get behind on bills, you're like, oh, if I could just pay this one bill off. If I could just pay this one bill off, I'm going to be good. And then all of a sudden, you're hit with like a late fee on that same bill. It is terrible. And, I'm not leaving. I will go ahead and say, I am not leaving my profession. I'm not leaving my job. I have no plans on leaving. It's just getting harder and harder out there to get up every day, and I feel like I'm getting less and less sleep due to the stress. And I know my kids are probably recognizing like, oh, hey, Daddy's on a short fuse today. Must have been a hard day at work. And the units can't help it. They've still got to function. The patients can't help it. They're still there for care. And it's just getting worse and worse out there as the more and more burnout is coming. I don't have a solution for it. I don't know the solution for it. To be quite honest with you, I don't know how management, at least people in management roles, I don't know how they deal with it because, I, of course, am going to complain to them. Who do they have to go up to? Eventually you run out of rungs on the ladder to complain to. And it's like if you complain too much, I guess you complain out of a job. I don't really know. But Like I said, I don't plan on leaving my job. I don't plan on leaving nursing. It is just getting harder out there. It is getting much harder to be a nurse day in and day out. You're just dealing with more than we've dealt with before. And I even went through, of course I was not on the front line, but I even went through the massive worst part of the COVID, back in summer of 2020 or fall of 2020, whenever the big boom was of COVID cases. And still, I think it's progressively gotten worse. I don't think it's ever really gotten better as far as nursing staff shortages and burnout and everything that it may be. It's just getting hard out there. You feeling the burnout? I sure know that I am. Tired of feeling the burnout, but I know I am. And then you want to take time off. You can't take time off because you ain't got no staff to help you when you take the time off. It's just getting tough out there. Let me know you feeling the burnout. You done with it? If you aren't, let me know what you're doing. Curious minds. I hope it helps. Thank you much.